Hello everybody from wherever you might be watching us. We are here for MRL Tier 4 Round 8 of the Season 11 Championship. And this week we are at COTA, the Circuit of the Americas, with some beautiful elevation changes, I must say, especially down into turn 1. Very tricky braking zone there. With a small DRS straight to cope with it. Of course, we have that long back straight between 11 and 12 for some good overtaking opportunities, such as turn 1 with Golden Drift against Jim Just Race in Season 9. Beautiful move up the inside, and as we spoke about a little bit earlier, Giants versus Arc in Season 9 as well on turn 12. And even in the wet, you can get some pretty good action here into turn 1. It's a really good opportunity to outbrake someone. I am your host today, Dutchie or Skill Issue, along with the most beautiful commentator, the sexiest commentator, self-proclaimed, in the league. And I see I need to switch up your camera a little bit.
A little off, yeah. But hello, everyone. Good to be back. You know, another Sunday in MRL with the Skill Issue, probably top 3 sexiest commentator in the world. So you've got 3 out of the 2, or 2 out of the 3, excuse me. So
yeah, 100%.
We got it, 100%. So we got some laps just about to start. D-Master, who is really turned up at the end of this season here, is starting his first lap. We got the first lap of, what was it, round 7, 6, 7, 8?
This is round 8.
Boom.
We've got 2 more races after this one. And it's a tight championship. It's a very tight championship.
Indeed. We can go over those standings anytime. I am good. It's been back and forth all freaking year. We just had a big swing, big left hook in that championship after the last Grand Prix out in Portimao. The top 3 all in the class of their own. Newbie's not terribly far behind. It's just a little bit off the real pace. He's out of championship contention. So just the top 3 in a driver's championship contention, but everyone else is really close. We've had a ton of different podium sitters, looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've had 11 different podium sitters in Tier 4 today, so I've been very proud of Tier 4.
Yeah, Tier 4 always manages to bring up some good, exciting races. There's always chaos one way or another here in Tier 4, whether that is with the game giving us rain in the weirdest possible way, or with the drivers giving us the most crazy race and the most crazy overtakes you've ever seen in your life. In places you really wouldn't expect it, these drivers have sometimes managed to pull it off, and actually more often than not, they haven't. Yeah.
D-Master finishing the first lap at 131.9. I don't know how good that is. Newbie behind with a 132.1. Probably getting a slipstream the entire lap from D-Master. But yeah, everyone starting off a couple laps. Looks like John Does Work got out of the way of D-Master starting his lap, so John Does Work lap was very compromised there. Didn't want to get a penalty, maybe. Looks like Knight just started a lap, but I think the next one on a lap is the B-Carb. Is Golden Drift rounding the penultimate corner. Let's see what he can do. Will anyone challenge Crankus is 2 seconds off the pace? Golden Drift 132.3. Pretty close. It's a long track. 132 is a pretty long, pretty lengthy lap, but still pretty close here. J-Jo is the GOAT. I agree. The championship leader. It's obviously been the quickest driver in Tier 4 this year. Probably shouldn't be in Tier 4, but you know, not his fault that he's in Tier 4. And our championship leader is just starting his lap, so that'll be one to keep an eye on here in a bit. We've got a ton of people just finishing their laps. It's like JBTC, the moment himself. Will he rise to the top? No, he's a couple seconds off the pace. 134.4. Don't know if he was on a real lap there. Maybe he made a mistake. Got a Ferrari of Testarossa, 133.7. D-Master's lap looking better and better as more people get laps down. Maybe we have another case of two different grids in one. We've got a ton of people coming towards the end of their laps here. Pete just pit.
Yeah, I've just noticed Bouncy, our championship protagonist, sitting in P2 in the championship at the moment, 15 points behind JJo. He isn't here today. So
is he? Yeah. Wow.
He at least he's not in the lobby as of right now. And since he's not here today, I want to do a little prediction. Which one of these top three is gonna win the championship? Because I think it's either gonna be the one of the top three. Newbie could still be possible, but very unlikely in my opinion. So it's gonna have to be one of those top three. Yeah, you think JJo keeps it all the way?
Yeah, he's definitely the quickest one out of the three of them. He's also the most consistent on track with lack of penalties.
As he's just shown, yeah, he's just shown that right there. 4/10 quicker than D-Master on just the banker lap. And
I'm also biased towards JJo, but
well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit biased towards D-Master because obviously we are friends, and I really want him to win this championship, so I will be rooting for him.
I'm a bit biased. Bounty's on my actual team, and then JJo's on my esports team. So
if one of those two wins, you're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm great. I mean, if D-Master wins too, I mean, I'd still be happy. We've had a great season. He deserves. If he won, he'd be a deserving winner. Because, I'm gonna be honest, he really should be more in this championship fight. But he had a terrible first 4 rounds, minus the win from Great Britain. He scored 27 points in 4 rounds, and then he's scored 42 points in the last 3. So really turning it up as of late for D-Master, which is good for him. But we got to start off a season to have a good end of the season, or it can be like JJo and miss every race and still just win. So
yeah, it might indeed be a case of a little bit too little, too late for D-Master. Someone to keep an eye out for today as well is Sean Tiller, who has been moved down from Tier 3, and he's doing very well here in Tier 4.
Yeah, he's been definitely one of the front runners. Maybe not competing for wins like you'd imagine, but he's definitely been up there competing for podiums, competing for pole. Yeah, so he's definitely one to look out for. I think this is going to be a really good race today. COTA is such a fun track.
It is. It's a blast to drive. And I see a couple of people in chat already. Testarossa saying it's a dry race. We've got B-Dunk, Kermit, also B-Dunk, skill issue and points issue. Not today, my friend, not today. I got P5. So, not today, my friend. We are on the rise up again.
Today's going to be the day where I score points in Tier 1 but have that post-race penalty and just get sent down to like P50.
Nah, I divide the odds and got a P5 today. You can divide the odds and score a point in Tier 1. I believe in you.
75 dreams, yeah. Hey. It's all part of the master plan, B-Dunk. The come up will happen. We have a lot of people coming out for either their second laps or for, on their second lap, they're coming out for their out laps right now. Newbies one on a lap, it looks like. We've got JPTC, who's invalidated, probably an out lap. Cop starting his lap. A lot of people look to have invalidated their first lap. Jordan, Pete, MRK, JTV Drippin, Knight, John Does Work look to have all invalidated their first lap. It's a really easy track to invalidate. There's a lot of corners which you need to cut, like turn 11 up here with John Does Work. You pretty much cut that entire curb. The S section's super easy to invalidate because that's a flat out section. Super fast, really easy to invalidate the penultimate corner. And if you're really trying to get as much lap time, the final corner is easy to cut too. So definitely when you're pushing it full beans, that there will definitely be some invalidations. And Bouncy's not here, but if he was, we'd definitely see 6 seconds from Bouncy today.
Oh, 100%. I think 6 seconds is an understatement. I think it'll be more towards 9 or 12.
Oh yeah,
But
and he's on controller. Never mind. I probably would be. I used to have an issue with track limits here on controller for sure. But as soon as you go to wheel on this track, it just becomes so much nicer.
that first sector on the wheel is amazing. It's, I love it. I just love it.
It's living hell on controller.
It is.
And newbie improved into a 31.9, I think. I think he improved. Looks like it. I think he improved a couple times. I think he was at a 32.3 or 32.1. Still nowhere close to JJo.
Who I think has just started his second lap.
Yeah, it has gotten a lot better in the last two games. I was doing this. I was controller on F122. So I think you understand the pain of F122 COTA. I just refused to ever do COTA. I just was so bad at it.
I don't blame you, to be honest. And no, Pat, I couldn't beat you, but to be honest, near the end of the race, I was also just bringing it home because I was in P5 and I didn't have points yet. So
Yeah, JJo, lock it up. Tooth has down on his time. We're up. I can
Down.
never pick which one I want to pick because of he's technically up on his time wise. He's slower, which is more time. Whatever. I'm just waffling. So he'll probably come in at the end of this lap. Chantilly and someone just approved. I think it was.
Oh, that's
Jordan.
very wide from JJo. And
Jordan into P6.
That's a good lap.
What is bro cooking? Who fed him food that made him do that? Because that is not Jordan. Two McLaren's struggling right now. Hello, Shadow. Or just switched on to Knight, almost putting in a wall. My bookie dookie. Why am I dookie? Who was on lap?
I'm on board with Nathan, who was 2/10 up coming out of Sector 2 and has improved by 4/10 to go P7.
Good lap from Nathan, getting stuck in with the midfield. Yeah, it's pretty close in the midfield. You know, for a minute 32 lap, you would expect some bigger differences. We put Nos in Jordan's car, and Dominic Toretto joined Mercedes. You know, fair enough. Nathan, that also was not the track. He just cut the entirety of Sector 1. Think you'll just see. Who's going next?
Sean is...
Silla?
Yeah, Sean is just started the lap. Going down into turn 1. Really easy to either outbrake yourself because or miss the turn in or get a loss of traction on the exit. All of those three things are very easy to do.
Turn 1's very tricky, and it has been for a while, but it's a really good corner, and then this whole Sector 1 is just amazing. That's another spot
up,
where it's really...
But he's invalidated.
He invalidated right at the end of Sector 1. Another super easy place to cut the corner.
Next one to start a lap is D-Master. Of course, in this championship fight, so he will want to be able to get the best out of himself possible. Down into turn 1, misses the apex, goes wide, and that's lap done already, I think. Yep.
If we could get rid of this Sector 2, I want to see how much time was left in the session. D-Master's out a bit early. I'm surprised. I want to see how much fuel he has on board. If I can change some stuff here. I would be surprised if he didn't have the fuel to go again.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to do a push. Perhaps Testarossa looks also to be on a lap. Oh, and has just gone wide at turn 12.
Testarossa does have a strong wing.
Yeah, what's happened with him?
I think he dropped it at the start of Sector 2 through that uphill left. Really tricky on traction. We've had a lot of people who you would not expect to be kind of lower. JTB Drippin is usually pretty good at qualifying. JBTC is usually pretty high. Crank is usually is at the back. Pete and Knight are the two that I'm like, they really have not put a lap together yet. And you expect them to be, I mean, definitely competitive. Maybe not with JJo, Newbie, D-Master, but definitely up there in like the top 7 through 8.
Yeah, I'm on board with Sean Tiller again, and he's now 3/10 up through the first sector. Has managed to keep it within the white lines this time, breaking down
Huge slipstream.
towards turn 11, and the car jumps out of the way. Smart move by the Sauber there, who doesn't want to give him any slipstream.
Nope.
Now down this long straight into the heavy braking zone of turn 12. How much
blinding straight in qualifying.
Yeah.
It's 3.5 tenths. This is competitive from him. It's going to put him up on the front row so far. He's going to keep it through the last sector a little bit laggy there. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Yeah, he's going to go through the triple right-hander and really he's just flat out. It should be flat out throughout the entire race, I think. Final corner really fast, blind corner, blind apex through the final corner, uphill just a little bit, cut the inside curve as much as possible, traction on the exits, nice and easy. 31.7, he almost gets up to pole position, but is not going to challenge J-Joe. I don't think anyone is. A lot of people starting to lap. D-Master's improving. Top 5 is going to look close.
Ooh, doesn't get the best run onto the straight there. Out of turn 11, that is gonna cost him all the way down this big long straight. And now he picks his braking point, turns in, cuts the curb very nicely, and tries to get back on power as best he can. 2.5 tenths up. That will see him just in front of Sean, but not in front of, but not Paul. So he's looking at P2 right now. Can he find a little bit more in this final sector? And the place he's gonna have to do it is really here in this corner and in the last corner. Let's just see how he takes that. A little bit of a swapper at the end, but so close for D-Master. An absolutely amazing lap, but 8 thousandths separates him from pole position.
Oh, J-Joe didn't start a lap. Newbie's 3 tenths up, though. He could still improve and take pole position here. He's a brilliant sector 3 from him. MRK come out, jumping up to P6. Golden Drift is a 10th up. Not gonna have him improve anymore, but will solidify his P5. And Newbie is the one to be watching here through 17, 18, and 19, I think, or 16, 17, 18. Through the middle to corner, looks great through there, brilliant through there. He's got an important final corner here. Misses the apex just a little bit. You think he'd want to cut more, though. Doesn't have the ERS. He improves, though, to take pole position with a brilliant final sector from Newbie there. J-Joe is going to be kicking himself if he just left the pits 2 seconds earlier, or if he didn't let Mr. Pete go through. Mr. Lethal Pete started, or Knight started a lap, excuse me, and J-Joe's right behind him. He let Knight through, and, you know, that's his mistake, but Knight's going to be is going to be the last one to start a lap, for sure. We've got a ton of people on laps. Mr. Pete invalidated. Cobb K invalidated. John's pits. Nathan improved to 10th. Jump Fanatic. Fanatic invalidated. So it's just going to be Knight.
Yeah, let's see what he can do with his one and only lap. He's left it till the death of the session here. Maybe just invalidated his first couple of runs. I didn't really see that. But he only has one shot. Is he going to miss his chance? Oh, almost invalidates there on the exit of the second to last corner. Then goes wide again on the last corner, but he jumps up to P6.
Yeah, that's a really important lap from Knight. I said he should have been up there within the top 7 and 8. And there he goes, P6. Was able to pass J-Joe and get his lap in. And now, who gets the most screen time here? It's going to be Cobb K, Mr. P. Oh, it's going to be D-Master because he's going to be stuck behind Cobb K. There we go. That's qualifying. That was really, it ended up being super close. I mean, J-Joe did that as a banker, so I'm a bit worried about everyone else in the race. He did that a banker with like 16 minutes left in the session. But Newbie's going to take pole position here, and D-Master, I mean, the top 3 all within half a tenth.
Yeah, this bodes well for the race. The two championship protagonists, D-Master and J-Joe, right next to each other. J-Joe on the front row, D-Master on the second row, with Newbie taking pole Then JJo in second, D-Master in third, Sean in fourth, Golden Drift in fifth, Knight in sixth, JTB Drippin in seventh, eighth is Kamau, ninth is Nathan, and Fnatic rounds out the top 10 in the fifth row. But yeah, these top three guys within a tenth of each other, within half a tenth of each other, absolutely insane qualification there. And if tier 4 is anything to go by, the race is gonna be just as good.
I think it's going to be good to see JJo actually have to work for one. I think most of his races that he's won, he's just kind of taken pole and said goodbye. I hope he doesn't do that there. With his pace, it's kind of looking like he might. But, you know, it's COTA, and a ton of things can happen. Even though the walls are kind of far, safety cars still can't happen.
I mean, it's a high speed circuit. It's the walls may be far, but you're at such high speeds that if something goes wrong, if you spin or you get contact, you could get spat straight into a wall. Very easy to do, to lose a front wing, lose a wheel even. And I think JJo is just gonna have to be patient in the first couple of laps, make sure he gets his rhythm in, and once he gets that going, I think he'll be alright.
Yep, and JJo's had probably some of the best tire management in Tier 4, so that's going to be really important for him. But here we are. We're going to be 5 lights, and we are underway for Round 8, the American Grand Prix. Newbie gets a good start. JJo going to be up the inside. He's going to dive up the inside. No, D-Master going to challenge JJo around the outside. Going to get held up a bit by Newbie. Chantilla up the inside of D-Master. Now we've got a lot of stuff going on here. JTB dripping up a couple spots. John does work. Testarossa. Jordan's down a couple spots.
What is all going on? They're going side by side here through the S section. This is not something you want to do, guys. Definitely not on lap 1. But somehow, some way, they've all managed to make it through.
Indeed. Nathan's down 6 spots. Crankus up 1. Cobb-K up 2. Testarossa up 2. John does work up 2. Fnatic up 1. And then Knight and Gold Drift up swap for the top 5. This is going to be a big... Go ahead.
No, there goes JBTC up the inside of Cobb-K on turn 11. It's probably not the smartest idea because Cobb-K is now going to get the run down to turn 12. Or no, he's not using ERS, so he won't. Let's go back up to the front of the grid where it's, oh my goodness, side by side for Chantilla and Newbie trying to go around the outside. D-Master and Knight also battling. D-Master sends it up the inside. What a move, but they're still side by side. Knight hanging it in there. Beautiful racing from these two here, and they touch, and there goes D-Master, and that's his championship over.
Yep, and that's all on D-Master right there. Knight had the inside line, really had a great defense from D-Master. D-Master made contact and sent them to the shops. Yeah, as I was saying, the slipstream is really powerful in this game, and they had a super long run up into turn 11. Chantilla had a double slipstream from, what was it, D-Master at first, and then he had JJo making the overtake on Newbie ahead of him, and just got a huge slipstream, being able to dive up the inside of both of them, getting the move done on Newbie prematurely, but was able to jump D-Master, who then had a battle with Knight, and has taken both of them out with severe wing damage, it looks like, for D-Master, which is not going to be good around here, that he's so slow through Sector 1. Golden Drift is on the back of him.
Yeah, and in a race where he really needed to make it count to keep that championship charge flowing, and with Bouncy not here, a really good opportunity for D-Master to make up some points, but he's messed it up on lap 1 out of 28. And
yeah, he just really needed to not do exactly what he just did. Speaking of JJo and Newbie going side by side, JJo with a beautiful switch back on the Kick Sauber driver. And Kick Sauber driver is going to have a moment with Chantilla behind, looking to capitalize off the two of them battling. Golden Drift did get the move done on D-Master, who's going to be fading 8 throughout Sector 3 and throughout Sector 1, especially the high-speed corners. Fnatic just is up 4 positions randomly into P6 for the Red Bull driver with JTB Drippin and MRK come out. John does work and Jordan rounding out the top 10. Yeah, really good racing so far. Golden Drift looking to get back into DRS. He was a definitely a championship protagonist early on in the season. but has had a bit of a rough patch, as D Master pits.
Yeah, and look at this train from 5th to 10th now, or even further back. A huge DRS train where everybody is so close together that they keep going side by side through the S sections. As Jordan almost does that with Jump Does Work. But these guys are just nose to tail for 3 laps already, which surprises me because, as we've seen with the Master, a lot of things can happen very quickly.
Yep, I think some more stuff's going to happen here. DRS is, again, so strong, and so is Slipstream. Newbie's literally just going to fly past J-Jo here. Chantilly might even get close to being side-by-side with J-Jo after being 7 or 8 tenths back on the straight. Chantilly's going to have such a speed advantage over them. J-Jo's going to break late. Chantilly comes barreling up, runs straight to the back of J-Jo, and loses a front end plate.
I caught that beautifully on stream. I was on board with Sean. And that's just what happens in Tier 4.
Yeah, there's just no need to break that deep and that late into the corner.
While the two ahead of you are battling.
Yeah, because you're not going to overtake both of them. You're not going to lose any time for braking a little bit earlier. But you're going to lose a whole hell of a lot of time with a broken front wing. D-Master also pit and did not replace his front wing. So that's kind of funny.
That is a big rip, and Mark Major's sanity is slipping, as he says in chat. Pat the Rock is asking why we are here, just to suffer.
Well, if you're a Chantilly fan, you understand the D-Master fans' pain. So yeah, Sean's probably gonna have to pit eventually. It looks like. Yeah, he's not suffering too much. Not as much as Newbie through Sector 1, although he had a ton of understeer through that corner. That big mistake from Newbie may let J-Jo run away with this in Sector 1. Is he going to stay within DRS would be really important for the Kick Sauber driver. Still technically within championship, contention. Sean's wing looks fine. Well, if you look at his wing again, he does not have a front right end plate.
Yeah, you can see it right here. Demonstrate that right hand side end plate is gone. It's gone on vacation.
Yep, it enjoyed the Texas weather, and wanted to stay. Yeah, so he's gonna be struggling here. You have that speed boost down the straight, no worries. Yeah, I'm definitely worried about him. He's going to just end up working the tires more, working everything else more. He's going to have a ton more understeer, especially through Sector 1 and following the car in front of him. So it's not looking great for Chantilly, although one thing that is in his favor is there is already a pretty big gap to Fnatic, 5 seconds back from the front-running group. She's in P5, and she has a whole lot of a train behind her.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this train. I'm on board with Jordan at the moment, right in the middle of that train. And this is like 6 or 7 cars, all nose to tail. And with JBTC at the end of it. So
we're gonna have...
that's gonna be spicy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if his brakes just stopped working and he plowed through all of them. Tires is definitely a good one because I don't even look at that. JTB Trippet's on the hards. And same with Mr. Lethal Pete. Those are the two real only differences. Everyone else on the mediums. D-Master obviously is on 2 Apple Hards because he ended up killing him and Knight. Although Knight looks to have recovered a bit. I don't know if Knight has damage. Knight looks to have recovered, just, lost a ton of time because of that. Had a big spin, so it could be fun watching him, slither back through the field up to where he should be on pure pace.
Yeah, and I would assume D-Master is gonna pit again, whereas John Does Work had a little look on MRK into turn 12, but just far better of it. Testarossa and Jordan almost going side by side. And these guys are just so close together, I don't even know what is going to happen.
Yep. Tilla is not the GOAT. Tilla is minus front wing right now. He has dropped DRS of the front 2, making this a 2-horse race. Golden Drift is probably so annoyed being stuck behind another car with front wing damage. He was stuck behind D-Master for a lap. Now he's stuck behind Chantilly.
Yeah.
And they're still building this gap to Fnatic, which is good news for Tilla and the front runners. Maybe they extend to the point where they don't even come out in traffic.
Yeah, Golden Drift was so annoyed by that he drifted out of that final corner. Really lost a bunch of time there, but just look at how much he gains here in this first sector.
Yeah, he's just gonna close up right behind the back of Tilla. Tilla does have the speed boost on the straight, so he might be safe there, but just he's gonna be struggling, and his tires are gonna drop off much sooner than Golden Drift's ever will because of that wing damage.
Let's see then if Golden Drift is going to be able to do anything. He's about 5/10 back, closing in ever more. Sean, of course, doesn't have that DRS, but it's just too little, too late, or too far back for Golden Drift. Not able to make a move. Someone who is able to make a move, though, that is J2B dripping down the inside of Fnatic. She can't defend that, and that is a position gain for J2B dripping.
Who's missing a front end plate.
And he's going to be holding up this train even more now.
Why does nobody have front end plates, guys? What is going on?
Spoiler alert, they're just allergic. Allergic to front wings.
They just don't care about the rears of other cars and just want to put their front nose.
It's a good thing we don't have a cost cap here in MRL. Otherwise,
speaking of, someone spun. It's John's work. How one spins and ends up there, I do not know. I've never seen that before. I've just seen too many people spin in places where I just have no fathomable idea of how you even ended up there. But that does bring Knight. Knight's back into this DRS train, and it separates this DRS train into two. The two Red Bulls actually came off that quite beautifully. They're right next to each other, being able to work together, and then Testarossa now has his own DRS train, with Knight, the fastest driver, on the back of it.
Yeah, one of the biggest winners so far, by the way, has been Testarossa, who is now sitting in P8. We're on board with Golden Drift, who's flying past Chantel and finally gets that move done.
I think JJ's been kind of teetering with dropping Newbie out of DRS, and Newbie has not had a good start to Sector 3 and is not continuing on well for him. JJ, if he can deliver a brilliant Sector 3 here, might be able to drop the Kick Sauber driver out of DRS, which would allow him to just kind of say bye-bye and leave, which is what he needs to do as the championship leader, which could help him guarantee. He's not going to drop Newbie out, but he could definitely drop D-Master out of this fight for the championship.
Well, I'm currently watching an amazing battle between Testarossa and JBTC and Knight against Nathan. Knight just went fully around the outside of the triple right-hander on Nathan. Absolute amazing move. And is now right on the back of JBTC and is probably going to get him down into turn 1 here.
Yeah, and Chantilla was able to get back up into P3 in front of Chantilla. Like a move up the inside into turn 1. Good move from Chantilla. He's going to be holding them up through Sector 1. Golden Drift is going to get the move done. It's not if, it's when. It'll be a matter of time before he gets that move done and makes it stick. Knight, speaking of making things stick, does get that move done on JBC through Sector 1, and it's just gaining all throughout Sector 1 on Testarossa. Looking like he'll get this move done into turn 11, maybe even turn 10 right before the straight. Not going to be close enough, though. He's going to back out, prioritize the good exit. He's going to have much more minimum speed, and he's going to be on the DRS. No problems with exit there. Beautiful exit from the McLaren driver. The Ferrari on hot lap. He's going to be able to hold him off just for a little bit. JBC going to look to capitalize on the batter. He's going to go 3 wide. Testarossa making this difficult. JBTC not going to be close enough for the pair of them. They're not going to get down the inside. JBTC going to try and follow him through around the outside of Testarossa, turn 12. They make a bit of contact. Testarossa pushing him wide, saying, no, JBTC will not have this corner. This is my corner. You shall not pass. Thinking he's Gandalf. Knight going to say bye. He's going to try and hunt down the pair of Red Bulls. Testarossa still going to be under pressure from JBTC behind. Is he going to get DRS? So it's important for Testarossa. Yes, he is. He will be able to defend into turn 1. Whew.
And that's a bit of action here in Tier 4. as Golden Drift is still stuck behind Sean Tiller. MRK is closing up on JBT Drip and almost running into the back of him.
Yeah, MRK has some really good pace this race. Looking to be strong in the race for sure. Definitely just keeping his tires to himself. And most importantly, his front wing to himself.
Oh, there goes Jonda's work. Where did he crash that? Oh, he crashed that out of turn 1. As just Jordan also finds the pit straight wall somehow.
Yeah, well, this just ruined any aspect of strategy this race. But Knight's gonna move up into P7 most likely, maybe even P6. Yeah, JTB Drippin fixes his wing. MRK will definitely jump JTB Drippin. Maybe not Chantilla. Chantilla should replace his front wing here.
Same with D-Master, who has been saved by the safety car, by the way. He now actually has a chance to get back within the points. And even if it's going to be a low point scoring finish, that's still better than what he's in currently.
Definitely. I can kind of pull up the standings, maybe do some stuff on the top of my head. D-Master is currently 31 points back from J-Joe, so if things continue like they had just done, and J-Joe had won with D-Master not scoring any points, D-Master would be mathematically eliminated from the race today. So for D-Master to still be in this championship fight, being 32 points back, or 31 points back, excuse me, he needs to not allow D-Master or J-Joe to outscore him by 24 points or 26 points. 25 points, I think. Yeah, so just some quick math. So, cannot let J-Joe win, and you cannot not score any points.
Oh god, migrating host. Oh god. I think I've been kicked out.
You have indeed been kicked out. Crankus got a drive-thru. I'm inviting you back right now.
Yeah. Everything is tied on my end.
Oh, fun! Even the stream.
No, not even the stream, but everybody has left the session on my end.
Yeah, it's gonna like show your Okay, well that's fun.
Well, these are not the race results, guys.
Those are not race results. Do not believe those. I've got them coming up for you right now. J-Joe has maintained his lead, obviously. Newbie stayed in P2. Duh. Golden Drift has jumped Chantilla in the pits because Chantilla fixes wing. Go him. MRK up into the P5 as I guessed. Knight into P6 because JGB Drippin had to fix his wing. Fnatic, the double stack, held her up for forever. JGB Drippin in P7 with a brand new front wing on medium tires, so it's going to be tough for him to take those to the end. Testarossa P8, JBTC P9, having a moment to get himself up to the points. Fnatic P10, Nathan P11, Kopke P12, Mr. Lethal Pete, Crankus, D-Master, and Jordan round out your 13th through 16th. Obviously, John does work has DNF'd. I would not be surprised if D-Master and Jordan both pit again this lap. Although they shouldn't. They should close up and then pit. No, they should pit this lap. I lied.
Yeah, I'm on my way back in right now. And Arcadia's happy with that easy win from J-Joe. As the game just decides, you know what? Championship is over. J-Joe, here you go.
Yeah.
But that's not the way we are doing it. We're back in.
And we still have Bouncy. Bouncy's only, what, 15 points back or something like that? So Bouncy cannot mathematically be eliminated today. So Bouncy will still take this to the last two races.
He needs to have a good showing next week, though. He absolutely needs to.
So Jordan has a pretty strong IQ. He pit again. D-Master pit, staying on the mediums. We are back. Show tires. Everyone's on hards besides for JTB Drippin, Mr. Lethal Pete, Crankus, D-Master, and George's going back onto hards yet. They're all the same age except for Crankus and Jordan, who are both on 3-level tires. Nope. Nope, never mind. Something almost happened. Something didn't. Can we get predictions, guys? Predictions for the end of this race. Let me think of some. We need a prediction of will JBTC have a moment? That's got to be one of them.
Yes.
Will D-Master make a oopsie with another driver?
No. No, I don't think he will.
Where will D-Master finish? That's a good one. And then obviously the top three, like who's gonna finish first, second, and third. I just want chat to get involved here. Let's see some people, give us. We know Shadow's gonna say JBTC moment. Yeah, I think JBTC moment is gonna be the most popular poll we have because it's gonna happen.
Well, just before we get started here, JJ also has the fastest lap with a 35.7. Just thought I'll throw that in there. So
any point for him helps. Tilla, someone needs to take away the bottle from Scott Brown. Someone take away the bottle from him. Because Tilla will not ever be P1 in anything. It's just not going to happen.
There's always going to be a way where it's going wrong for him. Always.
Yeah. And I'll make sure it happens. I will not allow it to happen. JJ's going incredibly late here, and he goes.
Yeah.
He won last week on point. He didn't. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That never happened.
JJ going so late really caught out the Haas of Frankis, who had to slam on the brakes and then just decides to dive it into the pits. As the restart has been completed and it looks like everybody has been able to make it cleanly through. A couple of gaps already starting to emerge. Sean right on the back of Golden Drift. He might not be able to win, but can he get a podium at least? With also MRK sniffing his bum.
And him, JTB Drippin should be incredibly competitive throughout these first initial laps on those medium tires. Everyone's got to get their tires warm. Knight's going to open the door for him. He's going to sneak one down the inside, maybe try and get a better run, but he has a 0 slipstream there. He should probably just get off the battery and let it go. That's not going to happen. What am I talking about here? He's going to stay on the battery, going to get up the inside of Knight. Knight's going to have the surface to be incredibly difficult for him to overtake. He's going to be later on the brakes. He's going to send one up the inside of Kamau too. That's not going to end up good. You don't really want to dive bomb a Stewart and then push him off the track. Really not the best idea. He's going to try and get a switch back on Knight. Knight, I think, got an illegal overtake there. I'm surprised JTB Drippin's wing held on.
And oh my god, Sean Tiller going around the outside of the triple right-hander for third place, and he does it. He's got the place.
Yeah.
Just joined on board with him.
Wow, what a move.
What a move indeed. And Golden Drift is the first one with a 3-second time penalty. It's taken quite long actually for that to be the case. Our penalties. We usually see a lot more of them early in the race, and then they kind of calm down towards the end. But Golden Drift first one with a penalty.
Surprised to not see his D-Master made no moves that lap.
He's probably having traumas from lap 1. And I can't blame him, to be honest.
Oh, they're gonna start coming in, huh? We now have. There's been 3 penalties occurred. Golden Drift just has 2 of them. Speaking of D-Master, he's gonna sneak up the inside of Nathan. He's gonna be lining up the double move here. He's gonna just have the biggest slipstream ever. From the pair of the drivers, one slip. Oh, he chose the inside. He's going to be up the inside of 2 cars here. He's going to be later on the brakes. Oh my god!
My god!
Safety car.
What even happened there? It kind of looked like Pete didn't even know he was there. Or it's either that or D-Master turned into Pete. It's one of the two.
I don't think that was on D-Master, but that was definitely an oopsie. Did JBTC have a moment? No, we're not. I don't know how they're both still driving. I'm counting that as a D-Master oopsie.
Yeah, that's one. That's another one that can be checked off of the bingo card.
All right, we're just waiting on the. That's insane. I didn't see what happened to Pete. I definitely was riding on board with D Master. He's gonna pit this lap. I mean, he's gonna be on really nice tires at the end of the Grand Prix though, so that could be a saving grace for him. Jordan pits it, making the smart move, pitting on the mediums there behind him. Mr. Lethal Pete. I mean, that's one way to complete an overtake, D Master. Jordan is going to capitalize definitely on this. Up to P13. Craig's going to jump all of them, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Scott Brown. I don't know how they haven't died there. They should have been into a billion pieces going into the wall at that speed, but somehow they've only got front wing damage.
They're just built different, John.
Oh my god!
It
Golden Drift almost rams MRK up the ass on the safety car. As people tend to do on the safety car, people tend to switch off their brains, not really pay attention to what's happening in front of them, and then just crashing into somebody, losing their front wing, ruining the race of the guy ahead of them.
Yeah, that's definitely tier 4 for you. Yeah, not much to say. We didn't get much action after that safety car restart. I'm going to put my entire house on the line that J-Do does something different on the safety car restart. If I'm wrong, please do not come for me, feds. Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, they're built different. You just gotta be better. Why would I put my house on that B-Dunk? Because what he just did was terrible. So here's my thought process. J-Jo is obviously the quickest driver on this entire grid. He looked brilliant through Sector 3, and he's just the quickest guy. So you want to have as much track. Oh, no, okay. Well, I'm still going to explain this. He wants to have the incident. Yeah, that was absurd. He should have the most amount of track to try and build this gap. The incident was definitely not on D-Master. As much stick as we give D-Master, that was definitely not on him.
Yeah, there was nothing he could have done there.
But yeah, you feel bad for the McLaren there too, because I mean, while he did cause that incident for sure, it's so hard to be able to judge how close those guys are.
Especially
like side by side.
Especially at such high speeds, where one little move of the steering wheel can have devastating consequences, as we've seen. And it's just 1 degree more left or right that causes that amount of contact. Because the contact in itself wasn't big, it's just the aftermath that is huge.
Yeah, it's just the contact model is pretty sensitive too. So yeah, that was one tap and they were just gone. And it was also where they tapped. It was like wheel locking and then it just sent them. There's just been, what happened to JT? Huh? Was he always in beat? I don't know.
I did just see Testarossa moving up. So
that's what I was confused about.
I don't know if JBT Drippen has had a little bit of a moment here. But yeah. Both Pete and D-Master still in the race somehow, and now at the back of the queue, and both with completely new front wings. Let's make sure to keep them in this shape for the rest of the race, guys.
Yeah, I mean, D-Master should have so much pace at the end of this Grand Prix. Same with Jordan. I think Jordan could be the one that really flies through this field. I mean, you say that now, but he made a smart decision. He only lost 1 position for pitting there. He actually gained 2 on D-Master and Mr. Lethal Pete. Krankus should be a pretty easy overtake for him. Krankus has been nowhere on the pace this season, this game. So yeah, he should maybe find his way back into the points.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the JPTC moment.
D-Master's mediums aren't even fresh. They're 3 laps old.
Yeah, those are the ones he started on.
Safety
well, he
car...
started on them, did 2 laps, and yeah. So.
Yeah, because he had a little oopsie on lap 1. Yes, we are about to get this race back underway with JJ, who has gone, and Newbie isn't sleeping about, but gets a terrible exit out of the final corner, which allows Sean to close up, but not really do anything much. Do we have any moves going into turn 1? Yes, we do. There's JTB dripping up the inside of Testarossa. Does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Up to P7 for him. Further back, a little bit of...
got overtaken by, or overtook Jordan, excuse me, and took a 3-second penalty in the conclusion. Oh my god, there's initially compete up the inside, and those two go around. Nice, guys.
What did I just say, Pete? Keep your wing in the shape it was. That's not the way to do it.
I'm gonna go take a nap because the safety car's out. Someone wake me up. Because there's just no need to have another safety car. I mean, this is so infuriating for JJ. The amount of
We've done 13 laps green run racing, and then we've had a safety car after not even 1 lap racing again, every single time.
Yeah, we had a safety car like we had a safety car like lap 4 or something or John does work had a safety car lap 8, and then they're out for like at max 2 laps. We've had them 2 laps. Well, they crashed into that like 10 miles an hour. So
yeah, they didn't really hit that wall hard. Here. Yeah, we are. Well, I could provide us for a little bit of new content.
We might as well start doing like room tours or something. I mean, this is so like if I've had this happen where I'm leading races and you just have safety car after safety car after safety car, and it's just like,
oh, JJ and Newbie both decide to pit.
I mean, they're probably bored. Chantel's gonna take the new race lead. I am surprised more people did not follow him in. Can we get something?
I'm surprised he dove in, to be honest.
Well, those mediums are going to be incredibly rapid till the end of the Grand Prix. So that makes sense. Just I'm surprised more people didn't, because like Nathan should have hit. I think we're definitely seeing a JTC moment now. JTB Drippin should have hit. That's it for sure.
Yeah, that should have been a no-brainer for JTB Drippin. But instead he chose to have no brain.
Yeah. At least JJ's not doing the safety car restart. Because you just get bored of safety car restarts, and one of them's just bound to go wrong, and then you get overtaken into turn 1, and then you just throw a fit. Or at least that's what I do. Your tires are fine. I feel like you should have pit.
Meanwhile, Mark Mage is absolutely laughing his ass off in chat.
Yeah, Mark Mage has gone insane. D-Master's up in a P9 with his championship rival behind him. 5%. Yeah, that's true. You've only done like a lap and a half racing on them. But that 5%'s still going to be... And yeah, I think you probably could have pit for fresh tires. You would have come out like Pete. You could have come out between Testarossa and Newbie.
There's a guy that does good stand-up. Who is that? Angry Shadow.
Safety gonna come in this lap? I hope so. I hope so. You had a double stack. Oh yeah, that's true. Never mind. How does one get a safety?
Pete, my boy. What happens?
I mean, Pete's just giving us some great content here. I don't know who that incident was on for the last. We're gonna see Jordan pit here.
Me neither, but ever since Pete crashed with D-Master on that straight, he has lost his hat. From that moment on, it's been downhill for him. And getting a penalty under a 3-second time penalty for track limits on the safety car just really the icing on the cake there. But since we're basically running out of content, and we have another lap of safety car, how about a little dad joke?
Oh god. I'm gonna just take my headset off so I don't have to hear this.
Okay. Let me find a good one. Yes, I have them written down.
Shit. I keep hitting the ceiling. Straight buckets.
Okay, what's the most terrifying word in nuclear physics?
Oh god.
Let's give chat a little bit of a moment to.
Nuclear physics. What's the most?
What's the scariest word in nuclear physics? Come on, chat. You got this. I believe in you.
Fire.
Fire. Good guess, but no. I'm seeing. Oh no, that's also. Hey, yellow's got it. It's oops. After that terrible joke, even the game decides, yeah, no more of that. We're getting used to some racing content.
You guys have mini hoop content, bad, terrible, awful jokes. Yeah.
What more do you want?
Or three.
What more do you want? You've got insane crashes on the straight that shouldn't happen. You've got 10-second
JCB dripping it in 10 seconds. What is going on?
Is this tier 4 or tier crash? What was it?
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna start meowing. JJ is not starting the safety car. He's gonna be the fun one to watch. Let's see how he can manage being the fastest driver. Can he do an Estimba in Portugal last week?
Oh, there goes Knight.
Okay, bye. Yeah, Kamau had one of the worst safety car restarts I've ever seen. 1.5 seconds back from Sean Tilla already. Dreamzz exited and crushed it. Yeah. Newbie got past JJ instantly. That's a great run from him. Important move for him. Is the net race leader, I think. Those mediums just have so much more grip. It looks like they're so much quicker. JJ going to play this patiently, looking to set up a move, maybe two moves in one. Going to prioritize his exit. D-Master still prioritizing his exit. He's going to get up the inside of Nathan to turn 10. Have gone mentally insane. Yeah, okay, I can imagine that minute go. This could be a
there
huge
we go. D-Master takes the place.
JJ going to be on the batter. He's going to get slipstream from one, not two, but three cars here right up the back of Nathan. Golden Drift gets the move done for P2 in front of MRK Kamau. JJ going to get up the inside of his rival Newbie this race. Not going to make any contact with the cars ahead. A good move from him. Done and dusted. Double overtake of Nathan and Newbie. Newbie going to try and sneak one up the inside. Gets a 3-second time penalty. Not smart from the Kick Sauber driver. JJ on the back of him. Will JBTC have a moment in front of these two? That would be hilarious. Oh my god, JJ's going to sneak one up. No way. Please tell me we don't have another safety car inbound. Oh, what a switchback. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, you just got a beautiful view of that. Oh, here we go.
Oh, and DSC. Jordan also decides to park it.
Jordan, you got to go in reverse. There you go.
There's the Master's car. Completely obliterated. Again, by himself. Oh my god. Okay, hi, Crankus.
Well, that's one way to possibly eliminate yourself from championship contention.
Yeah, great job, D. The one time I'm actually rooting for you, you decide to do this.
Don't ever let Dutchie root for you. It's not going to end well.
It's the Dutchie curse. I mean, my name is Skill Issue in game. I'm just projecting that onto him right now.
Oh, wow.
Mark Mage is proposing with self-immolation?
I'm not going to dive further into what that means. I have a good clue. Looks like the safety car is ending as everyone's on hot lap again. It is. JBTC has been sent to the shops by JJ, and he can say bye-bye, adios. JJ with just superior grip, superior skill. Newbie gonna sneak one back down the inside of JBTC. They're gonna go side by side into turn 12. JBTC gonna back out, let Newbie have that. And yeah, JJ doing wonders, working through the field right now. The fresh rubber's doing him brilliantly. He's gonna go around the outside of Fnatic. Fnatic gonna show him the outside lane. Gonna park it in the middle of the track. Great defense from Fnatic. JJ should back out here. Brilliant defense from Fnatic. Parking it in the middle of the circuit, not giving him a good lane to get the move done. He should have this lined up with DRS here. It's going to be no contest. He has a fantastic exit.
What an exit.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely
Newbie's
amazing.
going to follow him right through up the inside of turn 1. Later on the brakes, Fnatic's going to try and hang around the outside with a switchback maybe. Nope, that move's going to be done. The fresh tires being, showing to be the correct choice for these two drivers here. JJ's got 2 more drivers ahead of him to deal with. And then he's got 2 drivers without DRS, without being in a train, that he can pick off one by one. He's going to get a move done on JBT Driven anyway here. JTB Driven trying to fight it off, help his teammate Newbie. But yeah, that was what a move set up from here. I don't know if he's going to have DRS, so that's crucial for JJ. He didn't get DRS. He has a great exit, though. It's going to help him stay ahead of the 2 Kick Sauber drivers. JTB Driven dumping the battery. Going to try and get this overtake done again. JJ dumping. Wow, he's going to get the move done on our kicker now. Laid up the inside from the Ferrari, the championship leader. Kamau gets a much better exit. JJ going to try and set up the switchback, and he's going to get this done brilliantly. What a move from the championship leader. MRK Kamau going to be swallowed behind from the kick Saubers, trying to defend the inside. JTB dripping around the outside, trying to get the move, and Newbie takes him out.
Well, JJ showing why he's the championship leader there. Absolute amazing racing there from him. And then Newbie decides, well, this is tier 4. That's enough of good racing, and he now pits because he has no end plates left.
So Newbie has also just eliminated himself from championship contention.
And it's now just JJ versus Bouncy, which is going to be a big gap as well. Which is going to be a big gap as well because Bouncy's not here.
Yes, if JJ ends up finishing 3rd, which he isn't because Golden Drift has 6 seconds of time. If he finishes 2nd, D-Master will still technically, within the points, be in contention for the championship. Although, you know...
with the way JJ is driving, that is definitely not going to happen.
It's going to be like 47 points. So he'd have to outscore him by quite a bit to have any hope for the future.
Well, basically JJ needs to retire twice and D-Master needs to win twice. And Bouncy needs to also not do well in those 2 races.
Yeah, so JJ's got plenty of time here. He's got 6.5 laps to make up 4 seconds on 7-lap pressure tires. Speaking of making up, JTB Drippin goes on the inside of Fnatic and goes flying. Fnatic up into P4, and then a little bit of contact between the kick and the Red Bull. JBTC looking to capitalize. Wow, that's a late dive from JBTC. Backs out just in time. He's going to have Testarossa go around the outside. The fresh rubber again being the better choice for the drivers. The fresh rubber with plenty of laps left in the Grand Prix. Testarossa maybe even be on for, let's say, a podium or a P4. He's already in P4. Could be on for a podium.
Yeah, if he manages to clear those 2 ahead of him and then catch up to Golden Drift or be within 6 seconds of him, but he's gonna have to get past these 2 first in order to make that happen. D-Master says that his patience is running out 3 times. Well, the first one was definitely your fault. Second one...
Definitely your fault. Oh, Chantilla just gave JJ the win.
Second one wasn't. Third one, debatable. You lost the car and spun it into the wall. So third one, also your fault, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't know what the argument is there. But I can definitely see the fact that Chantilla just gave JJ a victory. So for the Chantilla fans, gonna cry a little bit. He'll still finish P2. Testarossa is looking to make a move here. Is going to be late on Fnatic. No, JTB Trip is going to pull out of the slipstream. Actually stay on track this time. Fnatic going to look to make a big switch back on her arrival. It is not going to happen. Testarossa right behind JBTC, trying to sneak up the inside of the pair of them. I mean, I watched all of it, but whatever.
From what we've seen, it looked like your fault, D.
Oh, J-Jo just gave... Okay, guys, what is going on? Just stop taking penalties.
Rare mistake from J-Jo as Testarossa tries to go up the inside of Fnatic onto the final corner. That doesn't really work out. Gets a tap, and now JBTC is passed.
Oh my god, Nathan's going to go for the pair of them. Not going to have the outside lane. JBT's going to go cut that off. And
has a little moment, though.
What was...
What's it with the penalties, guys? Newbie, calm down.
The low fuel and the fresh tire. I mean, I think J-Jo's still going to win this race. He's going to get DRS here on Golden Drift. That move's going to be done. It's going to bring him right back up to... This is going to be done and dusted for J-Jo here, and it's going to bring him right up to the back of Chantilla. Using a bit of battery, should just let the DRS kick in, and then he should say goodbye to J-Jo. Golden Drift. J-Jo is just making things interesting for us. We'll say that this is actually going to come down to the wire here. 2 seconds to the race win here. Fnatic gets the move back down on JTB Drip, but JT's going to send one up the inside late. Fnatic sees it. Backs out, gives him just enough space. Testarossa looking to capitalize. Brown the outside, going to break late, break deep. JTB Drippin has a bit of a wiggle. I don't know what that was. Has another wiggle. Is it going to be Testarossa up the inside into the... I forget which corner. This is like it's 14. Yes, it is. But no, JTB Drippin's going to have the run around the outside. JBTC is going to send one up the inside. Oh my goodness. Guys, we've had a lot of people go up the inside into the triple right-hander, and it is scary.
I am surprised there's not been a crash there, if I'm completely honest.
There's been one. Or were you talking about that instance was tight. Testarossa did really good.
Oh my god, JBTC. Oh, he just jumped jumped left as Nathan tried to go up the inside. And Nathan had to back out and... Oh, he's also left the session.
I think he got kicked. Yeah, I don't know if that was really on... I don't think JBTC would do that. I think he just got booted. I can try to get him back in. If I have him on this account, I don't know if he does. I don't.
Oh, and Nathan has lost an end plate on his AI.
Oh, that's fun.
So now we move our attention to Testarossa, who wanted to get a run on JBT Drippin, but JBT Drippin slid out of the corner, slowed down, and Testarossa had to back up because of that. So Testarossa not far enough behind, or not close enough behind, I should say, as Cop-K gets past JBTC, as does Nathan. But Nathan now does have damage because of that AI. Jordan gets another...
Testarossa. Is he going to switch it? No, he doesn't. To the... Who is that? Speaking of, J-Jo is in DRS. What he needs to do now is just sit behind for this lap and charge up. As soon as I say that, he goes into none. Smart from the Ferrari, smart from the championship leader in Ohio. Yeah, he's definitely Sigma taxed in Ohio. He's got Livy Dunn ahead of him. He's got Arissa up. Okay. I hate life. Testarossa still has not made this move on JTB Drippin, and he still has not caught Fnatic, which has not been good for the Ferrari driver. It looks like he still might be able to. J-Jo has charged up an insane amount of battery behind Chantilla already, and this move's going to say, done and dusted, goodbye, adios, see you later, going to prison. Jordan retired from the race. Jay, I invited you 3 times. And there we go. Say bye to J-Jo. Chantilla has... If Chantilla can stay in DRS, this race isn't over. It's a big if. Because he's already about half a second back from J-Jo on the exit of this corner. He will be. Testarossa finally gets past JTB Drippin. Now up to Fnatic.
P does the same with JBTC, gets past him to get into the points for P10. But with that 3-second time penalty, he will be dropped back out of the points.
I skibbity goon skip grim. Okay. I've tried to get JTC back in here, and he has still not. Shantilla did stay in DRS, which was really important for him on this main straight here. He's got to have a brilliant sector 1. JJ had a bit of a moment coming out of turn 1. Yeah, I don't have any more brain cells either. I don't know why I understand every single word he's saying, and I hate it. On Skibbity, I do. JJ hasn't built the gap. He's got to have a huge couple corners here to maybe try and break DRS. Shantilla has kept it clean though. Still 7.5 tenths back, 8 tenths back at the start of the DRS section point, so he will get it. This race has definitely been. There's been a Sigma race. He's gonna have DRS on JJo. JJo still pulling away on every traction zone, every corner. Has the grip, has the superior traction. And it's just the superior driver, in my opinion. He's literally gooning all over Sector 3 right now. He's pulling ahead, skibbity by skibbity. It's like he's running away from all the Phantom tags. I'm just gonna mute.
Yeah, this race has taken all of our brain cells away as Cop K decides to dive it up the inside of JTB Drippin. They are going side by side. Shantilla gets another 3-second time penalty. That's now the race over. Knight follows him as well. As we are still on this battle with Cop K and JTB Drippin. But Cop K just has to sit behind, of course, to maybe get that run into turn 1. Let's see if he can get a good exit right here. Has a little bit of a wiggle, doesn't look like the best exit, opens the DRS, which JTB Driven does not have. But it also looks like JTB Driven has a better ERS deployment mode, as Nathan is just watching back, licking his fingers, watching this battle, and probably hoping they come together. Or he's just gonna sit behind these two because he doesn't have a penalty and they do. Yeah,
but what's the fun in that?
Exactly, what's the fun in that? But we Haas boys and we need the points. We need the points, but MRK has something to say about that. MRK diving up the inside of Nathan. They're going 3 wide into turn 12. No, JBT Drippin decides to stay back a little bit. There's almost a little bit of contact between Nathan and JTB Drippin. Somehow they are all alive.
Nathan has more battery. He's going to be able to fly past MRK, come out. He's even going to get Cop K. I think here, if he goes late on the brakes, he's not going to. He's going to solidify up into P7 with Cop K having a penalty. He's going to be up into net P6. MRK trying to fight it, stay behind Nathan. It's going to be a beautiful ass lap. I'm going to switch over to JJo as he crosses, comes out of the final corner, crosses the line to solidify his championship lead, knocking D-Master out of the championship. Same with Newbie. Golden Drift going to be P3. Fnatic going to be P4. Switching back. MRK's right on the back of him. He's able to deploy some battery. He might catch Nathan sleeping in the final corner. He's got to have a brilliant penultimate corner here, and he doesn't. He gets a little bit wide. He's going to be on the battery. Going to go up the inside late from MRK. No. Does he sell the dummy to Nathan? Nathan does not fall for it. Nathan's going to solidify. Stay in P6. Testarossa almost caught
Let's go,
Fnatic.
Nathan. Let's go, Nathan. Good race. We needed that. We needed that.
And JBTC had a moment. It wasn't with him.
JTB Drippin. That's not why your tire is supposed to be, my boy.
Newbie, why are you typing in chat? You're in the middle of the race.
Yeah, you've only just finished and you've done the same thing as your teammate.
I was saying he's knocked you out of championship contention because you were still technically in it.
But yeah. Both the kick Saubers facing backwards on the finish, which is not something we want to see. I think you can actually get a penalty before crashing yourself out after the line.
They are both getting DSQ'd and penalties low.
I mean, they're out of the points, but they will definitely get a talk about that, I think. As Krankers finally rounds the last corner and ends this abomination of a race.
That was super beta male of the kicks. I was hey, what do we should not have done that across the line? And my Super Sigma JJo wins the Grand Prix in historic fashion. He goes into the last two Grand Prix as the Sigma Super Leader.
They gave Angry Shadow a quali ban for it because he did that in quali last season. So yeah, I think the Kickshaubers are gonna be in a little bit of trouble there. But here you go then, your unofficial race results. JJo in P1 with the fastest lap of 34.8. Sean in P2 and Golden Drift coming up with them on the podium. Fnatic getting an amazing result in P4. Really good drive from her. Testarossa in P5. Also really good drive from him, starting P14. Nathan in P6. MRK in P7. Copk in P8. Lethal Pete in P9 and JBTC, and I've in P10, so still scoring points. And I've just noticed the entire top 10 has gained places.
I don't know if JBTC will score points because he finished like the last 4 laps in AI, so I don't know if that'll count.
Maybe he will get disqualified, but the Saubers will definitely get some sort of penalty for that as well.
We'll see. Not up to us. That's just provisional. What an interesting race. That was definitely a race for sure.
Yeah, that was interesting to say the least.
It was something. So yeah, there it goes. JJo will have a closing out. JJo's gonna have a nice old 41-point lead going into the last 2 rounds. I mean, it's Singapore, and then it's, what is it? Zandvoort?
Yeah, Zandvoort. And those are 2 tracks which also
can be chaos.
Usually are chaos. Especially Singapore. Street circuit, walls very close. A bit like Monaco. George Russell fucked himself into the barrier on the last lap last year. So I can see a lot of drivers doing the same thing here in Tier 4. But yeah, I think it's time for some interviews. If we have some ready. Yeah, we've got JJo waiting in the.
I have got to go, but I'll let you take care of the interviews.
Yes, sir.
Give my congrats to everybody. It was really fun. It was a fun race to watch. It was definitely something. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you next week. We'll have a different background. I'll be, all that rah rah. So yeah, see you next week for some Singapore.
Yes. Well, so it's just me then. Let me turn off the Dream Cam. Yes, that's what it's called in OBS for me. But yeah, well, I can actually. No, not ending. No, we're not gonna be ending. I can actually just stay on this. Throw that back on. And JJo has gone out of the interview room. Okay, so that means we do not do interviews this week. Okay. Right. As Dream said, next week we are at Singapore, which promises to be another banging race. Probably even more chaos than we've seen here today. So make sure you come back next week for that. Also make sure to go to Tier 3, which should be live right now, because that tier is just as insane as this one is. And yeah, with no interviews, we will round it out here, and I'll see you guys next week.